Hey guys, Kyle here, and this is a tutorial to the Sunflower Song by Nice Peter. Now, the first thing you might be saying to yourself when this is over is, wait a second, this is in a completely different key than Nice Peter's. Well, that's true, and the reason for that is because I had to simplify the chords down to make it easier for myself and for you guys to play on the ukulele. So to do that, I had to bring the key up a little bit. Now, before we get started, let me give you a little basic on the ukulele. We got 4 strings, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And their note names are G, C, E, and A. That's not going to be so important for this. The thing you got to remember is the numbers. Your fingers, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for the frets, you got 1, 2, 3, and then so on and so forth. So the very first note we have in this song is an A chord. Alright? To play an A chord, you're going to be using these 2 fingers, first and second. And you're going to start by putting your first finger on the first fret on the 3rd string, which is the second one from the top. And then you're going to be taking your middle finger, or your second finger, putting it on the 2nd fret on the 4th string, which is the top one. Don't worry too much about where your thumb is. For me, I kind of have it resting right on the top. So when you press hard, you get a nice A chord. Take a look at this sunflower standing so tall. Now this chord is a B minor chord, and to play this, you take your first finger and you put it across the last 3 strings of the 2nd fret, so the bottom 3 strings. And then you take your ring finger, your 3rd finger, and you put it on the 4th fret, 4th string, like this. And then if you want, you can take your middle finger and put it over your first finger to give like a little more stability, kind of press down on those notes because you have to hold down 3 strings with 1 finger. Okay? So that's a B minor chord. So, standing so tall, isn't it pretty? It's a D chord. So for the D chord, it looks like I have a lot of fingers around, but this one doesn't do anything, and my thumb is just kind of chilling. So you take your last 3 fingers, and they go on the 2nd fret, and you put your middle finger on the top string, your ring finger on the string right below that, and your pinky finger on the string right below that. So you only have your fingers on the top 3 strings. The bottom string is open, and you should be able to hear it ring if you pluck it. So you got D, okay? Isn't it pretty? Started so small. That's a G flat minor chord. And this is 3 fingers. First finger, 1st fret, 3rd string, right there. Middle finger, 2nd fret, 4th string, that's the top one. And you got your ring finger on the 2nd string and the 2nd fret, all right on top of each other. G flat minor. It started so small, but it kept growing. Back to B minor. And it never stopped. This is an E chord. This one's a little hard to play. It's a little difficult. It's going to take some practice. You take your first finger, 2nd fret, 1st string, all the way on the bottom here. And you got your last 3 fingers. So you're using all 4 of your fingers this time. Your last 3 fingers are going to go on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string, all inside the 4th fret. Okay? And you're going to have to squeeze your fingers together really hard, really close together, and get them in there so that they all ring. And it's even hard for me too. And if you want to add a little embellishment later, if it's a little easier for you, you can take your pinky finger and maybe a little bit of your ring finger and just barely slide them into the 5th fret on the same strings. Make sure you keep the strings the same. And then you can kind of have like a little suspension there. And I add that in a little bit, sometimes in the chorus and sometimes in the verses. So, and it never stopped, 'cause it's just love. So you see how I added in a little bit of the suspension there. So you can do that too. Jumping right into the chorus, going back to A, just the first 2 fingers. 'Cause it's just love, the watery sunshine makes it so high. That's D. It's not looking down on me. It's B minor. It shows me the sky. Yeah. so high. It's not looking down on me, shows me the sky. Okay, so that chord progression of the chorus was A, D, B minor, and A. The second verse has the same chord progression: A, B minor, D, G flat minor, B minor, and then E. I can play it through one time. I know that my sunflower will always be there, but you can't unlearn what you've learned. Once you've learned, it stays in the air. So I'll keep growing, I guess I won't stop. Little suspension there. Then back to the chorus again. Then after that chorus is over, you go into the bridge. And the bridge has the same chords as you used before, just in a different order. So we're going to start with B minor and then go to A. So that B minor again is the first finger across the bottom 3 strings in the 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 4th string in the 4th fret. And then again, you can use your middle finger to hold down your first finger. So it goes, it starts to rain on a cold, lonely day. And that goes back to A, and the A is the easy one with the first 2 fingers on the 3rd string on the 1st fret and the 4th string on the 2nd fret. Cold, lonely day. Back to B minor. Remember the seeds that you've planted won't just go away. That's A again, B minor. You'll grow up through the night. And this time you go to D. And again, that's your last 3 fingers on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string in the 2nd fret. Grow up through the night. And then to E. And it's alright. It's a hard one. E. 'Cause it's just love, water and sunshine makes it so high. It's not looking down on me, shows me the sky. Now, if we're going to talk about strumming patterns real fast, all you really have to know is that in my last video, I did a little bit of some up strumming. So I had like some upward patterns, and you can kind of do a little like hit the first couple strings going down and then hit them all coming up. Or you can do a little mix of both, and you can kind of start with a down up kind of pattern. So take a look at this sunflower. Or you can mix it up and be like that was a down, down, up. Down up is pretty easy. It just depends on what kind of rhythm you want to create with it. So I hope that helped. I expect a new song coming out soon. I'll see you guys later.